Y'all, it seems like the tables and flipped real quick on JT. Lil Uzi and Roc Nation are getting sued after an ex-assistant accused him of harassing her. She says that he sent her all kind of explicit text messages saying, "Let me rub your clappers," and he also demanded that she lay down with him. Not only that, this assistant is also alleging that he made her work for JT without the assistant getting paid. You guys remember when JT and Cardi B was going back and forth on social media? Stefan Diggs has this situation where Chris basically accused him of doing some things to him, and JT was basically saying that she wanted justice for Chris, and now it seems like she's going through something similar. So Lil Uzi Vert's ex-assistant basically talked about how his behavior escalated from working long hours to him sending inappropriate text messages. He would send messages like, "Come rub me down before you leave. I'm by myself right now. Send me something." He would also say things like, "You're more than my assistant. You're my B word." She said that she worked 12 to 39 hours, paid for business expenses out of pockets, and was denied overtime or reimbursement. So this news hit the blogs today, but yesterday people noticed that JT deactivated her Twitter, and people thought that she deactivated her Twitter because she released a project called Girls Gone Wild, and it did not do that well, so people thought that's why she deleted or deactivated her Twitter, because her song had flopped. But it seems like she deactivated her Twitter so she didn't have to see all of this stuff about her and Lil Uzi on social media. There was an update on the case. It says that the assistant quietly dropped the case just after 17 days. I wonder if they paid her some hush money or what is going on. But it seems like Cardi B heard about the news and she has something to say in her Instagram broadcast channel. So Cardi B said, "Don't play about me ever, late but always on time." So people felt as if she was talking about this whole situation that's going on with Lil Uzi and JT, since JT had so much to say about the situation with Stefan Diggs. People on social media feel like this is JT's karma because she has so much to say about Cardi B's man Stefan Diggs and his allegations. Meanwhile, Lil Uzi has his own allegations going on.
So chart data released that JT got 221,000 streams first day for Girls Gone Wild, right? However, they turned around and tweeted 2 hours later that she actually got 139,000 streams on Spotify for the first day. And JT deactivated after the announcement that she got 221,000. So I can only imagine how she feels like seeing how much she really got. I think she deactivated because Lil Uzi and Roc Nation are currently being sued for labor violations and sexual harassment from a former personal assistant.
Y'all done made JT deactivate. Her man is being sued. Roc Nation is being sued. Let's get into the details. Now, right now, we don't know who this is because she's going by Jane Doe. She's suing for, workplace SH, failure to pay her compensation. This is what's going on. She claims she worked for Uzi between 2022 and this year and says the job left her drained and broke. She was promised a $50,000 salary after leaving her job at Balenciaga, but ended up working extreme hours, sometimes up to 39 hours straight, while covering her own travel, food, and work expenses. In the lawsuit, apparently he crossed serious boundaries because he was sending her inappropriate vanish mode messages like, "Come rub me down before you leave, let me see that booty, I'm by myself right now, send me something." She also said he asked her to stay in his hotel room, telling her, "I just want to sleep, I don't like sleeping by myself, I won't touch you." And obviously, I guess he became angry and verbally abusive when she was like, "No." This is what was shared. Y'all can screenshot it. Here are some more texts he sent her. Y'all can screenshot this. So she's also accusing him of making racially charged comments, saying no black rapper would be able to tell a white girl stop being soft. Well, today I am. She claims the harassment got worse when he was on Xanax and Oxy, and that he often sent her aggressive texts while under the influence. She said by 2024, she started going to therapy for burnout, emotional distress. Around the same time, JT had fired her assistant, so Uzi made her work for JT without any additional pay. Now she says after years of what she calls harassment, overwork, and unpaid labor, she finally quit in April, calling it a breaking point, and the lawsuit accuses Roc Nation executives of ignoring her repeated complaints and failing to take action. So she's suing for emotional distress, unpaid wages, and damages. Now some of you ended up dragging JT instead of Uzi, but we'll see when we come.
I have the tables turned, okay? JT has so much to say about Cardi B man and about the allegations about Cardi B man being queer. Whole time, Santana was right. Santana said that she'd be in that New York apartment by herself because Uzi allegedly used to be out cheating on her, but now he's allegedly in jail facing assault charges and harassment charges. He is currently being sued by his ex-assistant for sexual harassment, and she's suing Roc Nation because Roc Nation turned a blind eye to all of this. Here are the actual court documents. Jane Doe versus Roc Nation and Lil Uzi Vert. Basically, Rock Nation offered her a $100,000 salary along with a $5,000 relocation fee. Literally, Uzi wasted no time because that same day he started harassing her, asking her to come to his hotel to sleep with him, promising that he would not touch her. When she refused, he kept messaging her, harassing her. Don't you have a girlfriend? Why you acting like this? Girl, he even said that she was more than his assistant. She was his bitch. Then he started getting angry, girl. Oh my gosh. She said it would get worse when he was on Xanax and Oxy. Last year, Jane Doe started therapy because she was suffering from being burnt out and emotional distress. She also claims that last year, JT fired her assistant and had Jane Doe work for her. Girl, I would have told her no because she was working for free. Jane Doe finally quit April of this year once she reached her breaking point. Child, I'm gonna keep y'all updated on what's going on, but I find it very suspicious that JT deactivated her Twitter. Because you had so much to say about Cardi, but now that you're in the hot seat, now you want to go mute?
Lil Uzi Vert has unfortunately been named in a new lawsuit with Rock Nation, and this one is not good. Right now, what they're being sued over is alleged workplace misconduct and labor violations. The person who filed this complaint/suit was a former personal assistant who contends that she was subjected to persistent sexual harassment through text messages and verbal comments, and then also was made to be available 24/7 while being in Australia, Asia, Europe, and US. She also claims that she worked without overtime pay and incredibly long shifts, and overall felt as if she was working in a hostile work environment in a drug-fueled retaliation. Again, this is a lawsuit against not only Lil Uzi Vert, but Rock Nation as well. This lawsuit was followed in October 20th, but now it's kind of coming to light as it just kind of surfaced. I saw it on Reddit first, then I saw it while I looked up the specific case number, and then now people have, caught on seeing it on Twitter. What are you guys?
Uzi and Rock Nation getting sued. Uzi's former personal assistant is claiming that from the time she was hired in 2002 all the way up until 2005, she had to endure workplace abuse, retaliation, and harassment at the hands of Uzi Vert. And she was approached with the opportunity to work as Uzi Vert's assistant by Rock Nation, and she was compensated $50,000 a year. She claims that she was aware it was going to be long work hours and some sleepless nights, but what she endured was actually crazy. She claims that throughout the time she was traveling with Lil Uzi Vert, would go on these tangents, all types of rude text messages, asking her to see her clappers, telling her that she needed to toughen up, and just flat out scolding her when she made a mistake. Because she was expected to respond to Uzi within seconds of him contacting her, and if she didn't, he would go in a separate group chat and make fun of her to the other co-workers. Apparently, she accused Uzi Vert of harassment, claiming that he came on to her multiple times within the time frame that she was working for him, asking her to come rub him down and requesting to see pictures of her bum. The situation gets even more crazy because the assistant dragged JT into it. She claims that in December of 2023, JT fired her own personal assistant and asked Uzi Vert if it was okay if she used his. For the month of December, she worked for JT and Lil Uzi Vert, but she was not compensated for the services she allegedly rendered to JT. Former assistant claims that she struggled with burnout and even had to seek therapy due to the way she was being treated. Now, this entire situation is crazy. Something tells me that Lil Uzi Vert and Rock Nation are definitely about to have to cash this lady out. She provided crazy text messages with Uzi asking her to come stay with him, saying how he's gonna be nice and get a hotel room for them to sleep in later that night. Nation comes into play because she claims she was hired by Rock Nation, and when she reached out to them, letting them know radically outweighed what she was being compensated. She claims she had a one-on-one meeting with Desiree Perez, who agreed to double her salary at $100,000 a year, and Desiree even asked her to move to New York. Woman went on to claim that she was never paid per diem expenses to buy little things while they were on the road, and she endured 2 tours with Lil Uzi Vert. She claims she had to come out of pocket for expenses like Wi-Fi, and sometimes even food for Uzi and his entourage. I'm not gonna hold you, I don't see this ending well. Hopefully they settle out of court with this girl because she seems like she knows where the bodies are buried. I'm curious to know what you guys think regarding this. Let me know down